Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean. Please welcome my very special co-host. Everybody knows, everybody's favorite, the one, the only TarotStache. Hello, Gerald.
Oh, hello. Thank you for having me. I do appreciate I love being with you. It's so much fun. It's so good.
It
So,
is. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth, is what I've been told. You just never know what's going to come out of my mouth. And you know what? I never know either because it comes from your loved ones and spirit guides. Um,
yes.
mhm.
Yes. And I also love I love the experience of I don't know why I'm saying this. I'm just going to say it and it resonates with the person. That I is really powerful. That's really
It's my
powerful.
life.
Yes. Yes.
It's it's my life. So we are also expecting Wisdom Seeker Joan. I'm sure she'll be on in a minute if I hope everything's okay. She does have some family who is requiring her attention, so something may have come up. But we will be here. She can jump on at any time and we'll let her in. So, hello, Willow Love, Joyful Journey, Stephanie Checo. Hi, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Joanne Mayhew and somebody named TarotStache. Look at that.
Ooh, trouble. Trouble just waiting to happen.
And we see all of your questions. Thank you for posting your questions early. I see Catherine is here. Sammy and Vixen Doe. Vixen Doe. Wow, that's a nice name. And Nancy Smith. Hi. So
Hi,
nice to see
Nancy.
everybody. Um, so, uh, did you watch the Super Bowl at all yesterday, Gerald?
I did not. I actually was I recently got a new to me car and I was driving home with the car. So I'm very happy. Yes, I'm very happy. So,
Wonderful.
yeah,
Congratulations.
thank
Best
you.
of luck. Did you
Yeah.
throw money in it? What kind? I would like to know your rituals for a new car.
I actually put some black salt in it. I have sigils that I put under the floor mats. And I have misted it with some Florida water just to clean it out. So
And then are you going
um,
to sage it too?
I well, what I want to do is I want to get the car detailed and
First, yeah.
then do that. But
I
yeah, so I was like, I have not named her yet. I'm still waiting for her to tell me her name. So yeah.
Lovely. I see Fatima came in, Plucky Heroine came in, Debbie Joyce and Mousy. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday after the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
This is such a big week. It's Mardi Gras, it's New Moon, it's Valentine's Day, it's Chinese New Year. There are
Yep.
so many things going on right now. And the main message through all of it um, is to celebrate and have fun, set aside all those
Yep.
worries and concerns and celebrate now, celebrate today,
Yep.
because all those worries and concerns will be there when you're done celebrating.
Yes.
It's really, it was I was on with Sherry from Voices from the Swamp, and she was detailing the Mardi Gras
Uh-huh.
festivities for us all. And it really just made me think that the Chinese New Year, they celebrate, the Super Bowl we celebrate, Valentine's Day we celebrate, and it's really important to take these moments where we can and do and have a celebration.
I agree with you. When you said that yesterday, because I was listening to you with Sherry, it was like going, this is right. This is the time when we really need that celebration. We need to embody the light that is returning. So you are absolutely right. So, did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did not, but I saw who won.
Okay.
I Taylor's. You don't want to know? Do you want me to? Taylor
No, I
Swift
mean, go
won.
ahead. Go ahead. Did Taylor Swift
Taylor's.
win?
I think so.
Oh,
I think so. I think so. That's so funny, isn't it? But we'll just leave that there. But it was yeah. So I didn't watch it. My husband watches it, but I
yeah.
didn't watch it.
I
But
was interested in the commercials to see how the commercials were because those tend to be really amazing. So, but I'll be able to see those later on the YouTube.
exactly. Exactly.
So,
Well, we can get started at any time, not unless there's something that you would like to share, what's been going on with you, what's coming up with you, Gerald. If we can do that now, or if you want to get
sure.
started, whatever.
Sure. I am on later today with on the Twillo Talk Live. I'm hosting the Mystic Four tonight at 7 p.m. And I have other things coming through this week, so it is best if everybody just you know, likes and subscribes, because I will post stuff. So there you go.
Wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful. Oof, that's a busy schedule, but it's lots of fun for
it
sure.
is. It is.
Hmm.
I love it.
Hmm. Okay, well, thanks. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to just be taking questions at random or requests at random. If you'd like a message from your loved one, just ask you to add the name and relation so that we can get there a little quicker. If you'd like a message from
Hmm.
a pet that has been crossed, that is on the other side, a name and type of pet, your spirit guides and angels as usual, and just ask you to use caps and emojis if you can. And the questions are taken at random.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. So let me see who we have here. I have Nancy Smith. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you. Um, and Nancy says, can I get a reading from my spirit guides, please? Get a little warm up.
Yeah. Nancy, the message from your spirit guides are the things that you are working on, the goals that you've set spiritually. I have the Page of Pentacles. These things that you are learning about, you're curious about, you're enthusiastic about, are actually coming to fruition, and they are going to take a little bit of time. Slow and steady wins the race on this one, Nancy. Slow and steady, because you're doing exactly what you need to do. And oh my gosh, this is okay. So I got a Page of Pentacles, I got a Knight of Pentacles, and then I got the King of Pentacles. So what you're really working through is it's coming to fruition. It's really really impactful. So I don't know what you're working on. It's all good. I'm not good. It's good. So that's what I have for you, Nancy.
Yes, thank you, Gerald. And we have Wisdom Seeker Joan is joining us. Hi, Joan.
Hi, I apologize. My I won't even go into it, but I'm
Yep,
happy to be here.
we
And I
understand. We
apologize for being
understand.
late.
No worries. Thanks for coming in. So this is our first one, and Nancy Smith is asking, "Can I get a reading from my spirit guides?" And Nancy, when I was tuning into your energy, I did feel a little bit of worry, a little bit of nervousness or anxiousness on your end. There's something that you feel as though you don't have control over, and that you're just worried. You have this concern that something is really going to go wrong. And what your spirit guides want you to know, that they want you to rest in the uncertainty. They want you to trust in the divine timing and the universal energies to come in and orchestrate. We don't have to do anything, or um, we don't have to have control over everything. Everything is happening in its own divine order. And allow this trust for your spirit guides, angels, and the universal energies to move through and handle these things uh, around us that we're concerned about. I feel as though you're concerned about something that does not have to does not uh, include you, does not, it's something outside of you. I'm not sure if it's a family member or if it's a workplace thing, but it's not directly affecting you, but it's causing you a lot of worry and angst because it's so removed from you. You don't have that that control over it. But they want you to know that if you picture the best case scenario, the best case scenario outcome for whatever this situation is, and hold that image or that feeling, then that's the best thing that you can do for the situation. So they just want you to trust in the universe and let go of the uncertainty, of the concern of having that uncertainty. It's really something that is a muscle that is developed, and it is, just try it a little bit each day and you'll start feeling a little bit better. So hopefully that helps you, Nancy. How about you, Joan? Did you get a chance to?
I just kind of briefly got something. I felt like and it sort of coincides with what you were saying. I was seeing a butterfly just rising up and rising up, and it was sort of attached by a thin filament to something much heavier down below. And so maybe that is you casting your thoughts into the place you want to be, and just kind of embracing the lightness of the situation, knowing that, yeah, there's something kind of not horribly dragging you down, but there's something to kind of float above right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She says, "Holy cow. I love that. I haven't heard that expression in quite some time."
That's great.
She said, "Most benevolent outcome." Wonderful. Well, thank you, Nancy Smith, and thanks for coming. It was nice reading for you. I did notice that you said something about your sister. I'm not sure if that was part of the question, but just let us know if that resonated. Next, we have Emmy J is here. Hi, Emmy J. I think it's Mary Ellen. And she says, "Hi, I would love a message from my galactic family." Yes, and she put Mary Ellen. Yeah. Thanks, Mary. Gerald remembers everybody's name no matter what their handle is. He knows their real name. I don't know how he does it.
Trial and error and lots of notes.
Lots of notes for sure.
Yes.
All right. Her galactic family. I love that question.
Mind if I jump in?
Go ahead.
I'm just getting something very brief, and they are making the suggestion to just kind of recognize that it appears, the appearances are that things are very turbulent in the next period, sort of weeks or months or whatever, and to think about how people envision the aircraft or the vehicles that they travel in as being sort of unencumbered by gravity or other forces of nature. And they're talking physics to me, a liberal arts major, and they're talking about how in quantum physics all the everything on Earth, including gravity and including our perceptions of how turbulent things are manifestations of our own thought and mind, and that you can use those same forces to overcome the pull. So the news and maybe things in your life and other things might seem to be in a period of upheaval, but go to that place where you can kind of picture a little aircraft or whatever, that it's impervious to those because of the power that it harnesses, which is the power that you have too, that all the universe is made of, and that's energy, and the energy of your thoughts can help you get through turbulent times.
Wow, beautiful. Gerald?
Yeah, Mary Ellen, the message that I have, I have this, this is the Eight of Pentacles, and this is the card of you are showing up and you're doing the work that you need to do. So your galactic family is letting you know you're exactly where you need to be. And to remember, when you need help thinking some things through and getting a different perspective, to call on them. to ask them what they think for some additional insight. So, and that's a pretty clear message for me. So, Mary Ellen, I hope that helps.
Beautiful. Well, they're bringing my attention to a pendant or a piece of crystal that you may have that represents them, Mary Ellen, and they're saying that this is an intention that you use to connect with them, and they're saying that they do honor this and that to continue using whatever it is, whether it's a medallion of some sort, or if it's a stone, or if it's a picture. They're saying that you have something that represents that you use to connect with them, and they're saying that they are they're connecting to you through this and to continue using it. Like it's almost like, you know, whatever it could be. It's a Yeah, I'd like to know if you have something there, but they're just saying whatever this emblem or this medallion or this piece of something is that you either look at or hold on to, it is working, and to use that for a line of communication. That's what they're saying. That was really, really very nice. Thank you very much, Mary Ellen. So let us know if that makes sense for you. And then also, Nancy said that what she was worried about was her sister and her niece over the 20-year recuperating that relationship. So this is what I was picking up, the worrying and the nervousness, and that they are saying that, to be okay with not being able to control all of the things that are outside of us. So thank you very much for that follow-up, Nancy. That does make sense. That does make sense. And thank you for your kind words. Okay, I see Debbie here. Hi, Debbie. She says, may I have a message from my dad? His name is Marvin, and he crossed in 2022. We're so sorry for your loss, Debbie.
Well, I had some jumpers. I'm just going to start with these, Debbie. I have the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is the card about having someone who supports you and shares the passion. It's a very healing card. And I really appreciate this image in the sense that it tells me your dad is caring for your heart in ways that he may not have been able to when he was here physically with you. But he also is, it does feel it's time for you to start. You've been waiting to start on something new. I don't know if it's a house, something, some other project. Now it might be the time to go ahead and start to do that. He's sort of clearing the way with that. So, yeah. And by the way, the message also is coming through. Grief is a process and it never goes away. You just learn how to dance with it every day. So that's what I have for you, Debbie.
Beautiful. Do you mind if I pop in?
Yeah, please.
When the first thing I saw, Debbie, was I was wondering if your dad was a drummer or something, because first I saw, I forget what you call them, those round hand drums that used in Irish bands and Celtic bands and things like that. And then it turned into a conga. And then the message came in that follow your own beat, establish your own beat, even if you, what do they say? What's this phrase about he follows the beat of a different drummer, or even if it's a very individual one. And let's see. And then the next image was something completely different. It was a flag with a yellow triangle on it, sort of like the type on a long pole, like you'd use, marking a golf hole, something like that. And the idea was put your flag in, claim your space, and then it turned into like a knight in armor, and the flag turned into something that he was holding. So So all three of them were just images about standing up for yourself, following your own sense of direction, and claiming your space. And even if you have to kind of get on your high horse and ride off to do it, to trust your instincts, and he'll be there to help with that. So I hope that made some sense.
Wow. Very nice. Thank you, Joan. So, Debbie, I was picking up for your dad, Marvin. I feel as though he was a little bit distracted. Like I was calling for him and he's like, huh? What? What do you want? You want me? Like he was like sort of like in his own little world. I'm not sure if he was always like immersed in something or preoccupied in something or always had his didn't always have an awareness of things going on around him, which was like a blessing. And he also showed me a groundhog. And what I equate to that is that he may have had like some pest in the yard, or some somebody who would get under the house, or whether it was a raccoon or a groundhog or a squirrel or whatever it might be. I think he was always like trying to get those mangy pests out of the house or out of the yard. I just feel as though he had like this lifelong vendetta against these rodents, that it was known to be something that he was always preoccupied with. But he was a little bit distracted, and he was saying, what, me? So I feel as though he kept to himself a little bit, and not just because that was what his nature was. He wasn't really, he was very cerebral, always a thinker, always having things going on in his mind there, Debbie. So just let us know if any of that makes sense for you.
Maybe he danced to the beat of a different drummer. That was the adage I was trying to think of.
Well, and he certainly, he was a tinkerer. You're right. He always was doing something, thinking about it, solving it. So, yeah. Wow.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, thank you, Debbie. And I know that it takes a little while to type when you're trying to respond, so we'll give you a minute. And Vanessa, just let us know your dad's name. That'd be great. Let me see. I don't know if I see that. And Emmy J wanted to follow up, and she said that the little thing that she uses is a Lemurian clear quartz to connect with her galactic family, and they wanted to confirm that was definitely working. Nice. That's amazing, isn't it? It blows my mind, because I'm like, what? I don't get it. Yeah. Oh, Diana Jackson. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. She said, I just got scammed out of $8,000. Can you tell me if I will get the money back or not? I'm so sorry.
Oh, my.
I feel like I just got punched in the gut with that. That's awful.
That's awful. Obviously, whatever you told the officials will get them a little bit closer, but sometimes these things are done so offshore that even if we did find who did it, there's no recourse. We don't have any laws in that jurisdiction. But will you see the money? Well, no, I'm getting a no there, Diana. But maybe you can claim it as a loss in some other way. I don't know, or how a tragedy or a loss, or a loss of a property, or I don't know. Maybe your tax consultant may be able to think up something that might be helpful.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I gotta know.
I saw a bird flying away, and there were a few little grasping something, and then I saw a few little dollar bills coming out, but not just a very little bit from that. So I think, as Jean and you were saying, it's pretty much gone, but maybe you could take a loss on the taxes or something like that.
What I would do is announce it and tell your story, and make a Facebook post on it, make a video on it, tell the local church, tell the local county city hall, tell everybody, because I didn't know about these scams that they call, and it sounds like your mom, and your mom says, I need your credit card number, and it's not really your mom, it's just somebody, it's just a scam. So you always call the person if somebody's calling you saying that they need money. If anybody calls you saying that they need money, it's always good to double check, but it's the best of the best. They get the best of us, Diana, and it's because you're so kind and generous and empathic that that you wanted to help somebody. But yeah, I would definitely tell everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So she said that so Debbie wanted to follow up on Marvin, and she said, my dad had fallen in the MAGA crowd and we had argued. However, we put aside, oh, good, before he died.
Good.
That's good. That's the sword that you saw there, Joan, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, that he'll stand by you and stand behind you no matter what. That was beautiful.
Good.
Wow. Very nice. Okay, and so she also wanted to just double confirm that I'm the only one that plays drums. Wow. I'm the weird one in the family. He loved plants and he was jack of all trades. Wow.
Great.
What a great dad, Debbie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice. Okay, so I see. Okay. I'm looking for, I think I asked somebody for their father's name. Let me see who it was.
I did star it. And I have no idea why those reactions are going. My apologies.
Oh, is it Stephen? Was it Vanessa that I asked? Okay. Was it Vanessa that I asked? Yeah, Vanessa would like to know a message from her dad. He crossed in 2012 and his name is Steve. Okay. He's showing me like Rocky Road ice cream. He's showing me ice cream with all these little like bits and chunks in it, or maybe even like I mean, it wasn't a blizzard from Dairy Queen, but ice cream with chunks and bumps in it. That's really the first thing he's coming through with.
He was a guy who liked to make up rules that he didn't like to follow, is what I heard from Steve. He is the one who he would serve ice cream for breakfast as it goes through, as you were saying, Jean. He has an interesting laugh. His giggle is unique to him, is what I feel, Vanessa. And he's sort of he wants you to hear that laugh for some reason periodically. And he's trying to figure out something that you would use, that you would believe that that's his laugh. I don't know if it's numbers or something like that. So, but if you know, have some ice cream, ice cream sundae.
Yeah, I too am getting that he's playful, silly, and he wanted to hear you laugh. Like he would do anything to make you laugh. And he was just he was maybe not as responsible, or as he wasn't really like the disciplinarian of the family. He really was just like sort of a little bit more laid back, a little bit more easygoing, and don't worry about too much, or not really like he's not a type A personality. In other words, he
Uh-huh.
was more of the fun one, and would be a little bit more of a he liked to be goofy, and especially around he's showing me holidays and family dinners, that he really liked to just really have fun. And he was not afraid to appear, he would do this in front of everybody or anybody, and you would be like, oh dad, but I feel as though he's a little bit with the family dinners. It meant the world to him. Like, the more he was silly and able to be himself, the more he was having such a wonderful time. And the whole family, it really benefited from his energy and his love and his open heart and his theatrical nature. That this is the way he showed his love, and everybody accepted him for who he was, and it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. Like, it was just that's dad. Like, that's who he is, and everybody accepted him for it. He would just wants to say how grateful he was to everybody, and that you were able to laugh with him, and even though it may have not have been always appropriate, you still understood it was the way he was expressing himself. So he sees that.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Gerald or Joan?
Yeah, I just got a quick image of a crown. Like he was wearing a crown, and then there was a sort of a tiara, and then he got in front of you. So I'm wondering if you were kind of his princess or something like that. But right now he went from being the king or the prince or whatever to standing out in front of you on this long white satin, a piece of satin. I'm losing words. But he's throwing pink rose petals in your path, and an only daughter. So yeah, and he's trying to ease the way for you. But but oftentimes when you see that, it's like little flower girls are throwing them over their shoulder or something. But no, he's turned around and doing it in front of him, kind of facing you. But as he was doing it, he started looking really carefully at the rose petals and going, well, this is the veining, and this one is really, really interesting. So it's like he was interested in specific things that really, really pulled him in. And so you were the princess walking down the walkway here. And then he's like, come here, I want to show you this. And did you know that the petals on this kind of rose are this, and giving you all the scientific explanation or botanical explanation for that flower. But overall, he wanted to really make things easy for you, but sometimes he got pulled away just by the vitality and curiosity of his own mind.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Oh, we found a blue jay feather. Yeah.
Gerald, did you have anything else?
I went first, actually.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted
No,
to follow.
I think she had mentioned something about birds singing too, and now we have the blue jay bird feather. I'm like going, that's the message, the chirp of the birds. So
Wonderful.
it's beautiful.
Days later, she handed me a painting he made of a blue jay bird looking at the buds on the tree blooming. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
And she's saying he always said when the buds were budding, spring is springing.
And
it made you laugh, right? He's still making us laugh.
Yes.
And when you think of these things, he's actually nudging you and helping you to remember those little silly things. I knew it was him coming through my daughter. When she found those things. Wow.
That's
Wow.
great.
So nice. What a beautiful experience for you, Vanessa. Thank you very much for sharing all those details. Oof, very nice.
That's great.
Okay, so next is Joanne Mayhew, and she says, may I please have a reading from my spirit guides. And she has a little bit more here. She said, I'm planning something big and I would like to know what my spirit guides have for me. So, Joanna, just say hello in the chat and let us know that you're still here. And and Rush, you'll be next. All right, let's see. Planning something big.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's still here.
I saw her a little bit ago.
Hopefully it's a party, Joanne.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's go on. Let's see if Rush is still here. Rush, if you're still here, you can just say hello as well. If not, I'll see if I can find somebody who is a little bit closer. Oh, Rush is here. Okay, so let's pop over to Rush. She says, my mom crossed 2 years ago. Her name is Santosh. May I please have a message from her? Absolutely. Thanks for being here. So sorry for your loss, Santosh.
Santosh is, I see her fussing with an apron. And she's like, people were, wow, okay. It's, she's okay. Very much here. It's like she gives a lot of her heart, and sometimes she had the ability to help people lighten their load simply by being in the same room with them. But she's very much, she misses that give and take, and she's figuring out how to do that from the other side. And so, but I keep seeing her pushing, cleaning her hands on an apron or something like that. So that's just what's the real key thing coming through. So I don't know about the two of you.
Go ahead, Joan.
I just got the image of, those Valentine's candy hearts, with the messages on them. She was shaking those up and in my face and saying, remember me at special times and special dates. But also she was saying those candies aren't really that good, but it's the tradition and it's the history and it's the association we have with all of that. And she said, so even though, and if you have a positive experience with candy hearts, of course they taste a lot better. But she made me, I could smell them. When you open them up, there's all that, I don't know, cornstarch or whatever's on them. They have a distinctive aroma. And she was just saying, you can't, just like the candy hearts, you can, the traditions we used to have are different now, but just harkening back to memories can make difficult times or sad memories a little sweeter. Just even if they weren't, if you didn't have big birthday parties or celebrations or something, but just whatever simple traditions your family had, it was like the candy hearts. They are they're sweet to you because they were your family. So she's reminding you of that, and she's just trying to encourage you to know that she is there. Just all you have to do is think of her, and she's there. You don't have to see pictures in your head or hear words. She's with you, and she wants you to know she's watching over you, and encourage you to just chat with her mentally or out loud or whatever.
Wow, that was nice. Thank you, Joan. So, Rush, I was picking up your mom, and she is quite a beautiful soul. And she showed me a couple of different things. She first wanted to thank you for the kindness and the care and the sacrifice that you showed for her at near the end of her life, whether you provided this for her or whether you were with her at the time. I do feel as though 2 years ago sounds like right around the COVID time that it was quite mm, just for lack of a better word, scary that she was elderly right around that same time. And I feel as though that was a scare. She got through that. I don't feel it was COVID and then something else. Like I feel as though she had a natural decline and that somebody needed to take care of her and be with her all the time. And then she says, I wasn't always like this. She wanted to thank you for the sacrifices that you made in order to care for her. But she wanted to say, she said, I wasn't always like this. And she shows me that she was always hugging people. She was always helping people like fix this and watch your hair and she would lick her finger and like wipe your mouth and like come and she would say come here and she would like give you kisses and she would give you hugs and she would tell the babies to come here and she would like straighten up their pants and straighten. She just was always like hands on, very much. You see that like fix your shirt, do this, Matt, this is not right. And she's just really hands on caring, hands on like loving. This is her love language. This is her way of expressing herself. And she said she loved every minute of it. She said people would be like, Mom, yeah, licking her finger
Yep.
and wiping your, oh my gosh, she would not. I don't know. It was really beautiful what she was showing me. So, Rush, let me know if any of that makes sense to you. And she just wanted to definitely thank you for that was the first thing that came out, the care, the kindness, and the sacrifice. Okay. Aw. She
Oh,
said,
sweet.
yes, to all
Oh,
of you.
good.
Spot on.
Aw, that's
Happy to.
great. That's great.
She's, I can feel my heart chakra expanding. She was very, very loving, very loving. And oh my gosh, she's expanding my heart chakra for sure. She's
Mhm.
coming in close, almost like merging with me. Oof. She wants, yeah, that was, yeah. Okay, so I see that Joanne is here and she says, yes, there will be a party.
There you go. You nailed that one.
I think she was just teasing me because she said, I'm planning something big. I would like to know what my spirit guides. So let me know if you were serious or if you're, that was definitely, I don't know. I think she was just joshing me. I don't know. Let me know, Joanne, if that was the big thing. Oh, so you must be planning like a wedding or something if that's what you're something big.
Yeah.
Or a surprise party or an anniversary party, something where a lot of people get together and celebrate. Maybe
Mhm.
that's what you're saying the party will be.
Well, that explains why I was getting Alice in Wonderland imagery
Oh,
because I saw you walking in and there was the oval mirror and it was spinning around and then it came with a mirror toward her and you're supposed to walk through it and then all the magic begins. But to say yes, go to the tea party and I don't even remember all the things that Alice had to do, but she kind of she took one pill or the other. And not to say that you should be taking
yeah.
that, but the idea is to do the best kind of planning you can and then go through the looking glass and just experience it and have fun and as much as possible say yes and just go with it. Try to do all the planning up front and then have fun on the day.
That is so funny because I got something very similar. It's just like going a lot of work, a lot of work, a lot of work, and then have a moment, and then on the day to fully be present. All of this work is it's building up. You need to be present on the day. Things are not always going to work as they had planned. However, things are going to work really closely as you have them planned. There's an unexpected thing and you will be able to figure it out because you're there, you're fully present, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, whatever ends up happening after all of the plans are made, that's the way it was supposed to unfold, and just to go with the flow. Don't get upset because something was out of order or not, or the flowers came in blue instead of purple. Don't worry about it. Just, that's the way. It's bringing everybody together. I feel as though it's more of an anniversary, that you're maybe doing a surprise party for somebody, but whatever it is, it's from your heart, Joanne, and you love doing this. You may even be able to do this as a living, but you do love doing this. But it's a labor of love. It's not easy coordinating everything. So good for you. And if it's a surprise, that's like tenfold, right? So much more pressure. Oh my
yes.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't tell if you were just teasing me with the party thing, but yeah. Okay, so let me just get, and did I say it was next?
No.
Nope.
All right. I see Mystical Thorn is here. Hi, Mystical Thorn. Nice to see you. She says, do my guides have a message? And then after Mystical Thorn, I see Wendy MM. So Wendy, you'll be next, and just say hello. So Mystical Thorn, my guides have a message. They want you to know that they love you, Mystical Thorn. They want you to know that you are, they recognize your empathic heart and your dedication and your sacrifice. They want you to know that that you real it sounds odd, but they say you will be rewarded. I feel as though your efforts that you put in will it'll be like a blessing that you recognize, and a blessing that you will be able to recoup and to receive fully. Um, and to remember that you're loved and that everything you do is very much appreciated. I feel as though there are family members that are around you, as well as your spirit guides, that are really sending you blessings because of the sacrifice that you're going through. Yeah. But how about you, Joan?
Mystical Thorn, when I tuned into you, I got this vibration, this feeling that I kind of get when I get in my deepest meditations. It was just very calm and profound and like deep. And maybe that's maybe that's just you every day, in which I tip my hat to you if I were wearing a hat. But they are referencing this sense of kind of wisdom and calmness and peace and stillness. And whether that's your regular go-to way that you work in the world or not, it's sort of like you're the planet and you're attracting moons around you, that people are kind of drawn to you because of this quality. And they're saying, kind of go with it. This is part of the plan for you, and part of your path, that there is something that you have kind of in yourself, and your sense of calmness and presence and equanimity is the word that comes, that other people who are not quite there, or maybe quite a far away from that, find attractive, and they find peace just being around you. Now, you don't have to, be that, just like be there for everybody who kind of shows up and admires your vibration, but just kind of tune in and think about, well, what is my role here? Am I like this little pit stop of peace along their journey, and I can, they can kind of like, hello, have a cup of coffee, and you send them on your way. I guess the message is, you don't have to take care of everyone, but just you might be the person who is attracting these kind of random folks to you, and maybe that's it. You are sort of this rest stop to give them a little solace, even if you just say hello and have just a minor encounter, even meeting somebody at the grocery store or whatever, even just a smile from you goes a long way because of the uniqueness of this vibe that I'm picking up from you. So that's what that is.
I so appreciate you saying that, because it clarified what I was trying to find.
Okay.
Because I'm like going, there's a lot of celebration going on for Mystical Thorn. There's this, she has the ability to see the light and to bring some joy where there may not be any. So that smile, you're the restful stop. You're the restful stop. You're the thing that makes people feel it is okay for them to walk away from things that are not serving them and walk toward things that are serving them. You completely have all of this energy available to you. You're a great mentor simply by being who you are and allowing people to experience you completely, because that's not something that people can get a lot. So that's what I have for you. Keep it up, because we need more of that, I think.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Mystical Thorn. Yeah, it's hard to be that person when you can't see or feel the appreciation or the recognition, but it is being recognized, and you are doing great work here, and to be kind to yourself and give yourself a pat on the back for sure.
Yes.
And happy birthday. She says her birthday's on the 17th. Happy birthday. She's a Valentine girl.
Nice.
Oof.
Even better, you can buy the cheaper chocolates after the Valentine's. Get more bang for your buck.
That's a great idea.
I love that.
Very nice. Okay, so Wendy is here, and after Wendy, Vixen Doe, if you're still here, please say hello, and you'll be next. And Wendy says, "Is it a good time to buy a car right now?" Isn't that funny? Gerald was just saying.
Yes. Yes.
It depends. Is it a new car, Wendy? Is it a brand new car? I think that there's something about that they have too much stock, and they jacked up their prices. They were trying to price gouge, and they're left with too much stock right now, and they're doing almost anything to get rid of them. Yes, or gently used. So I feel as though it's a buyer's market right now, but make sure you have all your ducks in a row and that you have a lot of room to negotiate. Don't be hesitant to lowball them, and make sure you have your own financing before you walk in. Whatever you do, make sure you have all your ducks in a row there. But I feel as though it's a good time financially. And also, I don't know if you're thinking about a hybrid, but I think this might be like the 24, 25 may be one of the last times it's, I think we're going to be moving more and more into the hybrid and to the electrical vehicles. But I do. I feel like it's a good time. I do. How about you?
I agree. And I was getting to, not like today, but make sure you have whatever ducks you need to get in a row all aligned. And I asked, well, would it be better next month? No. So it wouldn't, and it was not horribly more disadvantageous, but now during the month of February would probably be a good time.
And I would say for you, to the advice that Jean said, have all of your ducks in a row. Make sure that you have all of your financing, because I get a sense that somebody may try to peer pressure you or to pressure you, and you can walk away from that because you know exactly what you're looking for. You have the financing, and be willing to go, well, no thanks. I'm going to look elsewhere, because then you are the one in control. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, she said she's confused about hybrid versus gas. And I think that it's, you'll have another 10 years for gas to be a popular thing. But I think after these last 2 years, if you're buying a new car, it would be better to get a hybrid or, an electric vehicle. That's what is projected to have. We're going to be switching over to electric vehicles. Yeah. Good to hear. Thanks so much. It's encouraging.
Yes.
Good
But
for you,
a hybrid is
Wendy.
a great idea for now. I know I love mine, especially if you travel, if you use it a lot, like if you drive to Mexico, like I did. From Minnesota, that helped a lot when gas was really
Oh,
expensive.
yes.
Wow. Wow. And for the environment. I mean, isn't that why we're doing all of this?
Yeah.
I saw, just as a side note, how California was having a lot of rain and they had all the streets were flooded and stuff. And they had all these cars that were stuck and floating in the street, and the guy had to get out, and he has his things holding over his head so they don't get wet, and he's trying to walk to the side of the road, and this thing comes flying through the video, and it was a electric vehicle. It was a Tesla, because it doesn't have a motor. It's not going to get washed out. And it drove right through the water. So I guess
my
there's more
gosh.
than one reason, but I'm waiting
Wow.
for the flying cars. How about you guys? I'm waiting for the Jetsons. I think that's right around the corner. Why do we not have flying cars by now? I'm sure, or at least hover cars that
Yes.
can hover.
Yeah.
I know that they know how to do it. I just am waiting.
Mhm.
And Vixen said she is still here. Thank you very much for letting me know. And Sammy, if you're still here, let me know. You can say hello. And then we're getting close to the hour here, 55.
Mm.
So Vixen, I love your little icon, Vixen. I love it. Vixen Doe. Would like to know if any of my guides or ancestors have a message for me. Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
Vixen, what I have for you is it feels like your guides or your ancestors are they're helping you make some decisions. I have the Two of Swords. They're available to help you understand what it is that you need to release and to not have any more of. So it feels very much like you need to cut that so that you can move, because there is an opportunity for you to move through something and enter into a new phase of your life. There's this portal, so to speak, Vixen, and it feels very much like you have this great opportunity to find some more passion for you. So there's this, but they're around to help you know what things to let go of. It feels like. So let me know if that makes some sense, Vixen.
Yeah. Joan, go ahead.
Yeah, well, this time I'm dovetailing off of what you were saying, Gerald, because first I saw like a clown face with all the grease makeup, and then it was the masquerade with the little mask that comes off, and I couldn't figure out, is someone being not quite transparent with you, or is there something you need to let go and be your authentic self? And I think that's, you helped me tip the scales toward, I think that's it, that you may have some concerns about really being and letting people know who you are, who your real self is, and they're encouraging you to first put the mask down and then get some of the face paint off. You're perfect the way you are, and it's okay to let people see that.
Mm.
Wow. Well, I was actually getting something very, very similar. I was getting that she has a very bright light that she may have felt the need to dim at some point in time to preserve her safety. And perhaps she was pursued because of her bright light and unwanted, pursuit was around her. So this is, I think, may have been the reason for you dimming your light. And your guides and ancestors want you to know that you are safe and you are knowledgeable and wise. You have wisdom now that you're able to use your boundaries that you've learned throughout over the years, and shine your light and be yourself. There's no sense in dimming your light for anybody else or to dumb yourself down for anybody else. Now's the time to shine your light and to be your authentic self, and people will be like, oh, look what she's doing. It'll be like so refreshing and so lovely. And we're not saying to change yourself, we're just saying to open up and to not be afraid to share and to let people see the light that is inside of you. That's what I was getting.
It's great.
All along the same lines, all along. She said, yes, that's so very true. I'm trying and determined to be myself.
Good for you.
It's working. That's what they want you to know.
Yes.
This is a validation.
Yep. And you're going to be moving through that. So that's part of the beautiful experience.
There's wisdom and boundaries there that are acting and working on your behalf. So did Sammy say hello?
I did not see Sammy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's see if we could do. Mousie's here. I saw Mousie. Hi, Mousie. How are you? Thank you very much. Oh, no, she said be back. I think she said be back. Okay. See, I saw her because she said I'll be back. Okay. Let me see what I can do. Maybe this is yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, we're all doing readings again later today, aren't we?
Yes.
I'm doing them tonight, and you're doing them, what, in about an hour and a half?
Yes.
Right.
So
yes,
there's more chances.
Yes, it's a good time to end here. Yes, thank you very much. And thank you to everybody who asked your questions and for trusting us with your loved ones and for all of the feedback and validation. We really appreciate that. And thank you for everybody who was here holding space for those getting their questions answered. And for those who didn't get your questions answered, Gerald will be on 2 other shows later today. And what was the very next one where you'll be?
The next one is Twillo Talk Live, and it's a conversation. It's not readings. Tonight at 7 Eastern will be readings for the Mystic Four.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's 7 p.m. tonight. Go over to Gerald's channel, and Wisdom Seeker Joan and myself will be back with Terry Suzuki from Kigaru Spiritual Journeys, and we'll be on Joan's channel, Wisdom Seeker Joan's channel, and we'll be doing our Mystic Monday, which we'll be doing readings, all different types of readings. So if you didn't get your question answered, please do come back over and see us there. And please do. I wanted to ask if everybody would go over and subscribe to Wisdom Seeker Joan's channel. We're trying to get her. She's trying to reach her 500 subscribers. She's almost there. She's really close, and we want to make this a very special Valentine for her.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. That's so kind.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much for everybody in the chat, all of your support. And thank you, Gerald and Joan. We appreciate your special talents, and have a wonderful evening, everybody. Take care.